The Duino Elegies, the seventh elegy, by Rainier Rilke. Not wooing, no longer shall wooing, voice that has outgrown it, be the nature of your cry, but instead, you would cry out as purely as a bird when the quickly ascending season lifts him up, nearly forgetting that he is a suffering creature, and not just a single heart being flung into brightness, into the intimate skies. Just like him, you would be wooing, not any less purely, so that still unseen, she would sense you, the silent lover, in whom a reply slowly awakens and, as she hears you, grows warm, the ardent companion to your most daring emotion. Oh, and springtime would hold it. Everywhere it would echo the song of Annunciation. First, the small questioning notes intensified all around by the sheltering silence of a pure affirmative day. Then, up the stairs, up the stairway of coals, to the dreamed of temple of the future. And then, the trill, like a fountain, which in its rising jet anticipates already its fall in a game of promises. And still ahead, summer. Not only all the dawns of summer, not only how they change themselves into day and shine with beginning, not only the days so tender around flowers and above, around the patterned treetops, so strong, so intense. Not only the reverence of all these unfolded powers, not only the pathways, not only the meadows at sunset, not only after a late storm, the deep breathing freshness, not only approaching sleep and a premonition, but also the nights, but also the lofty summer nights, and the stars as well, the stars of the earth. Oh, to be dead at last, and know them endlessly, all the stars, for how could we ever forget them? Look, I was calling for my lover, but not just she would come. Out of their fragile graves, girls would arise and gather, for how could I limit the call once I called it? These unripe spirits keep seeking the earth. Children, one earthly thing truly experienced, even once, is enough for a lifetime. Don't think that fate is more than the density of childhood. How often you outdistanced the man you loved, breathing after the blissful chase, and passed on into freedom. Truly being here is glorious. Even you knew it, you girls who seemed to be lost, to go under in the filthiest streets of the city, festering there or wide open for garbage. For each of you had an hour, or perhaps not even an hour, a barely measurable time between two moments, when you were granted a sense of being everything. Your veins flowed with being. But we can so easily forget what our laughing neighbor neither confirms nor envies. We want to display it, to make it visible, though even the most visible happiness can't reveal itself to us until we transform it within. Nowhere, beloved, will world be but within us. Our life passes in transformation, and the external shrinks into less and less. Where once an enduring house was, now cerebral structure crosses our path, completely belonging to the realm of concepts, as though it still stood in the brain. Our age has built itself vast reservoirs of power, formless as the straining energy that it wrests from the earth. Temples, are no longer known. It is we who secretly save up these extravagances of the heart. Where one of them still survives, a thing that was formerly prayed to, worshipped, knelt before, just as it is, it passes into the invisible world. Many no longer perceive it, yet miss the chance to build it inside themselves now with pillars and statues greater. Each torpid turn of the world has such disinherited ones to whom neither the past belongs, not yet what has nearly arrived. For even the nearest moment is far from mankind, though we should not be confused by this, but strengthened in our task of preserving the still recognizable form. This once stood among mankind, in the midst of fate, the annihilator, in the midst of not knowing whither. It stood as if enduring, and bent stars down to it from their safeguarded heavens. Angel, to you I will show it. There, in your endless vision, it shall stand, now finally upright, rescued at last. Pillars, pylons, the sphinx, the striving thrust of the cathedral gray from a fading or alien city. Wasn't all this a miracle? Be astonished, angel, for we are this so great one. Proclaim that we could achieve this. My breath is too short for such praise. So after all, we have not failed to make use of these generous spaces, these spaces of ours. How frighteningly great they must be, since thousands of years have not made them overflow with our feelings. But a tower was great, wasn't it? Oh, angel, it was, even when placed beside you. Chartres was great, and music reached still higher and passed far beyond us. But even a woman in love, oh, alone at night by her window, didn't she reach your knee? Don't think that I'm wooing, angel, and even if I were, you would not come. For my call is always filled with departure. Against such a powerful current, you cannot move. Like an outstretched arm is my call, and its hand, held open and reaching up to seize, remains in front of you, open as if in defense and warning. Ungraspable one, far above,